me do? Does Daddy need to exile you guys? It's too complicated! Yeah, I have no fucking idea where my phone is. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
Are we live?
I guess so.
Are we entertaining the young people? Are the good people?
We don't care about the young folks.
We don't care about those old farts. What the hell?
Talk about the young stuff. Oh, those are the lyrics. Here.
Yes. Okay. So we're working. Welcome everybody to more Jack and Shadow Live. That is totally on the wrong channel. Why? Because Streamlabs OBS hates me. I'm not vindictive. I'm not hateful. But they officially decide that they hate me. So, you guys get an exclusive look at Drak and Shadow Live. Because in case people don't know, I actually do a second channel with my buddy here, Alex.
That's right.
AKA the Shadow Blazer from the Geek News Podcast. And we play games, and we have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Especially when shit like this hits the fan, and then we all have to adapt. Because that's what we do for a living, right, Alex? We just adapt.
We adapt.
We adapt.
Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
There you go. But I am going to be the man of the chat because you are playing Breath of the Wild.
That's right.
Because I keep on getting hounded of like, you should let Alex play Breath of the Wild. Guess what, people?
I am playing Breath of the Wild.
Yes. Because if I was playing Breath of the Wild, it wouldn't rain so much. Instead, I'd probably have other weather that would happen. Or I'd get stuck wandering the snowfields, because that's what I do. It'd be like, there's snow everywhere. It's everywhere, Alex!
It's cold, it's wet, it gets everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's the opposite of sand. Oh my gosh. Thank you for bringing up the Attack of the Clones quote. Because we have to have that inserted wherever we can get it. So how you doing, Alex?
Oh, I'm doing alright.
People don't actually know this, but it's actually been a hot couple of weeks since we've been able to talk. And part of that is because we haven't been able to do the podcast in a while, but thankfully we're going to try to do it this Friday. But also, just because, we have regular lives and jobs, and you're watching anime, and I'm playing games, and apparently we can't do either or of the opposite.
Seems like we never can.
No. YouTube will not. If you are an anime reviewer on YouTube, you cannot be anything else.
It's true.
How dare you, Alex, try to review a game on your channel with Long Live the Queen?
Or Blue Reflection.
And how dare you, Drak? How dare you put up your favorite anime characters, like I did for the 12 Days of Anime.
Very nice.
Well, I mean, it did.
Yeah.
And it did fairly well. I love occasionally getting those like, you need to pick which side you're on. Either you're a gamer or you're an anime critic. Which one? Both. And neither. At the same time.
Wow.
Blowing everybody's mind right now. And we hope everybody's having an awesome day. Also, those of us who were up late last night, we were able to get some sleep. Because we finished up Resident Evil Village last night, Alex.
Oh, good.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I probably won't be able to sleep for a month. Because of one in particular monster in that game. And, yeah. Oh, God. We were making jokes, and it's kind of true. It's like Resident Evil meets Silent Hill. Because of how warped some of the monsters freaking are.
Wow.
It's okay, Andrea. You can talk.
Hello, everybody.
We'll make sure it's working.
Everyone hopefully enjoyed Resident Evil last night. And I'm pretty sure, Drak, that you slept fine.
There we go. It's working. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that people could hear her so that I didn't... So people weren't making jokes about how I banished her to the kitchen to make us a sandwich.
Well, I've got the Thunder Helm, so Thor can't do anything to
This is
me.
exactly what you needed for this playthrough, considering how much it rains. He needed the Thunder Helm so that, you know, like, he didn't have to worry about legit lightning strikes.
Well, he was always having the luck of it raining a lot.
But, Alex, I have a complaint.
Yeah.
Where is all of your S&M gear for the electricity set?
Oh, the rubbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to put it on, man. Just so that we can have 50 Shades of Link.
Yeah, I gotta find it. I don't remember every shrine.
I know some of them are in dungeons, or in shrines,
yeah.
but I think there's one that isn't, and I can't remember how you get it. It might be the helm of it, which we don't care.
Korok.
No!
So much progress.
Da, 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 da.
Is this the only way up? Is up that way?
Well,
No, he's improvising.
yeah, because I'm waiting on Rivali's Gale to charge.
Yeah.
I've been... fucking Korok, get over here. Octorok, rather, not Korok. There we go.
Yes, that would be the distant cousin of the Korok, the Octo-Rock. So yeah, welcome everybody. We hope everybody's having an awesome day.
Fucking drift.
You really want better controllers, don't you, my friend?
I do.
You really do. And I don't mean to sound like Donald Trump here, but you deserve better Joy-Cons.
We're gonna get new Joy-Cons. They're gonna be huge.
They're gonna be great. They're gonna be amazing. That's the closest I can do to Donald Trump. I know a few people are like, show us your Trump voice. I don't really have one. Show us your Obama voice. I don't really have one. This is the closest that I can get to being Obama. And don't even ask for Joe, because then I'd have to go. Because we all know that he's creepy Eggman or
Creepy old man or
creepy old man, creepy Eggman, whatever you want to go for. I think I've just created a whole new fan fiction route of the Sonic fan fiction tree, have I not?
Well, it can't be any worse than what's out there already. With the 8 million Sonic / Sally / Amy flick.
You say that, but then we'll find out. Have you ever watched anything from the YouTube channel Pro ZD?
I can't say they have.
Okay,
some.
yeah, because he had an interesting take on the Bowsette controversy, which is like, as soon as they're like, oh yeah, we'll go ahead and give this power up over to Toad, and she'll turn into Peach. What do we call it? We'll call it Toadette. And then all of a sudden it goes, "Brrr, brrr, brrr." What's that? Oh, that's a Rule 34 warning, sir.
That would suck if the lightning hit you and forced you all the way down.
Oh, no, it's like the internet made us sexy, sir. Oh, what did they did? Oh, yeah, they created Bowsette. It's like, that doesn't even make sense!
I can't get up there.
There might be another way.
I don't know any other ways. Well, without getting the Rudo, without getting the special tunic.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's
From
been a
Nuke's
while.
class.
We could probably nuke that out
Yeah.
real fast.
Because there's a I think the mound where you get struck by lightning is up there, so I was going for that.
Oh, okay.
But I'll just come back for that later.
Yeah, because, I mean, jeez, what was the last shrine we did? It was Rivali. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we could probably do that if we wanted to. But that's up to you, Alex.
Yeah.
I'm not navigating things. Oh, holy crap. Let me refresh that because that's scaring me. Okay, good. It didn't have, like, the stream I was looking at didn't have our actual hashtags, so thankfully it's fixed. It's working, everybody. I'm so happy. But yeah, we finished up Resident Evil Village. It blew our brains basically to mush.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Considering like how much they gave us at the end, it's just like, holy shite. There is so much to digest here. And I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it all, but we're not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for Alex.
We don't want to go down there. That's where all the Guardians are.
The one thing I will say to you, though, Alex, is that Resident Evil lichens are a thing.
Okay.
Yes. So Romney was right all along when he said that eventually we would get Resident Evil werewolves. He was right, because we got Resident Evil werewolves.
Yeah. It's the natural progression of things.
Yeah, yes. But I will say this, nobody can criticize Village for having lack of enemy types. Like, you can technically do that for 7, because there's really, like, aside from the Bakers, 1 to 2 different enemy types. This one had lots. Oh no. Don't listen to her story. That's how she brings you in, Alex.
That's how she seduces you.
You don't want to motorboat those boobs. You don't want to do it. Congratulations, Alex. You have made Link a tier 3 sub. Oh no.
The power.
No, stop it. And we're demonetized. Are you happy with yourself now, Alex?
I am.
All right, cool. Way to go. Jeez. Just when you think it's done. Nope. Stop it! Stop with the moaning! We've already been demonetized. You can't do anything more to us. Oh, you can enhance our clothing. I don't know if I would want to undress in front of you.
To the max.
You know she's got to be like the super cougar. She'd like watch you every time you take something off. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. And Link was never seen again.
And Link had disappeared.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to do this. I have to ask this question, Nintendo. What is it with your Great Fairy Fountains? Okay? Because, like, ever since Ocarina of Time, you have done everything in your power to make them the most awkward thing imaginable. And this is no different. And for those who are like, but Wind Waker was a bunch of... Yes, it was a bunch of children. A bunch of creepy children. That if you actually read some of their dialogue, they say some pretty sadistic things. Okay? So yes, creepy children. Not to mention that Hyrule Warriors brought back the Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask one with all the awkward poses.
Oh my.
It's awkward poses in HD. So now you can tell where all the parts are at.
Nice.
I kind of expected that was going to be your reaction. All right. Really quick, while we're figuring out where we're going, Alex, we have to talk about some serious news.
Okay.
All right. This is definitely one of those points where we need to go, put in the arms of the angels music from what's her bucket?
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan. Because we're going to be talking about the plight of the worker. We're going to be talking about the plight of the European strip club owner. How we should all feel bad for them because, well, Alex, they're losing their businesses. And the reason they're losing their businesses is because their employees aren't coming to work. But why aren't they coming to work, Alex? Because they're too busy flaunting their stuff instead of in the strip club on Twitch and OnlyFans.
Welcome to the 21st
because of
century.
the audacity, they tend to make more money there than in the strip clubs.
Makes sense.
I wonder how much more.
Let's all shed a tear for the European strip club owner because they had a useful time, and now that time is over. Because now they just don't understand that they live in the age of the internet thought.
Yeah.
Wow, I got away with saying thought. Yay!
Well, that was before I knew you were going to say thought.
No. Yeah. Well, you kind of can't not say that now. Because 80%... I swear, this is Twitch's equivalent of the YouTube reply girl scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like... I mean, do I need to... When I say the term hot tub meta, Alex, do I need to explain that to you?
No, I know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And isn't that such a sad thing that you know what the YouTube or the Twitch hot tub meta is?
Not really. It's just... It makes sense. It's like, for as long as film has existed, basically, there's been erotica of it, so...
Well, not just that, but, like, as long... the one continuing thing of business that nobody wants to admit, even those who want to argue it online, is that sex sells.
Yeah.
Sex will continue to sell. It doesn't matter. And here's the thing. And Andrea may want to smack me for saying this, but even women like to look at sexy women. I don't know why, but somehow the curves just work. And, like, I've even had friends that are girls just basically, like, go, oh, work that, And he's like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be the one that's saying that. But, yeah, no, it's a thing. Sex sells, and it will continue to sell. But I do love the fact that the hot tub meta got basically a big fat middle finger from Twitch. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about this?
I did.
So... Twitch has decided... So, this started up with Amaranth, because everybody loves bringing her up. Amaranth realized that her ad revenue had been discontinued, or it had been suspended. Right. And she immediately was offended by that, because even though the ad revenue is not anywhere near what she earns from subscriptions, that's still money she lost.
Right.
Well... Now we know why, because Twitch...
What are you looking down here for?
Because there's a shrine down here, I think.
You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on this, Alex. I think this is how YouTube solved the reply girl situation. But basically, Twitch sequestered them off into their own little section of Twitch and gave advertisers the option on whether or not they want their ads to show up on that particular category.
Well, the reply girls, what happened with that one was they stopped making video replies.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow you to reply to videos anymore.
Yeah, and and that's when they changed how videos kind of get, like, algorithmically, boosted. Like, it used to be, when YouTube started, it used to be just a view was enough, right? But
yeah.
Then about the time the watch girls took off is like when they changed it to becoming more about watch time.
And if I remember correctly, the reply
but
girl
this is
videos
not
were
it.
not that long. So they were maybe like a couple of minutes.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Just because they were basically trying to hop on the YouTubers' clout rather than make clout of their own.
Right.
So, which is actually kind of sad because I would have loved to mess around with that reply feature.
Yeah, I liked it when it was around. It's
Like-
just a shame they got rid of it.
Yeah, because then at that point you could have shared like worthwhile feedback, or you could actually have created like a lot of channel awesome moments where you basically called somebody out for their opinion on a series or a game, and you could have built up to something bigger. And you could still technically do that, but it would have been so much cooler to have it all in like one thread, which is what the replies were basically doing. Uh-oh. Have you come to the wrong place? Oh, wait. What could be happening? This place. I forgot to put on underwear on.
Oh, Link's going commando.
Link's going commando. Oh my. By the way, have you heard how Arya says please?
No.
She says it like George Takei.
Oh, nice.
So she's like, please.
Well, you can't blame her.
No,
That's
that's how
so
she learned to say it.
adorable. I love it.
And yet, grandmother heard them. The voices from the spirit realm.
They said,
And
shit,
the
this water's
power
cold!
would develop within me. But I don't hear or feel anything.
Oh, Zelda's lullaby.
Father has told me time and time again. He
Dumb question.
always says,
Why is Link
"Wasting
turned
your
around?
time playing at being a
You
scholar."
can't see her in those type of garments, I guess, apparently.
I've
But
spent
it's-
every day of my
Or he's
life
just
thinking
watching
and praying.
the flank, I guess.
Pleaded to the
I've-
spirits
like
He
he's-
found a
to the
butterfly.
ancient
He's
gods.
watching that.
I mean, like
And still
he's just
the
watching the
powers have
entrance,
come down
basically.
Maybe
on
that's
my
like-
direction.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is not like an undergarment. This is like a holy dress.
Yeah.
What is it?
So, what
What's wrong
is...
with me?
Okay,
I'm guessing it's just he's keeping his eye on the rear entrance.
Probably.
So.
that and also he saw a butterfly. Oh crap, I peed my pants.
Oh, jeez. He went from not wearing underwear to now peeing his pants.
Yes. This is one of the risks you take when going commando. Let all men beware. And women beware. Although I guess women are already aware. So, that's
You have
why they
done
don't
well
do it.
to find a spring. Binaural scale. Good, I got it.
Okay.
I went dragon hunting.
Yes. Yes, you have gone dragon hunting. You are Link, a monster hunter. Da, 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 da. Okay, there
Rush,
you go.
Rush, Hardy 7. Nitro scale.
So yeah,
Binaural scale.
I just love it that Twitch has now created their own dark side of Twitch, because they basically created their own red light district
Nice.
by putting all of the hot tub streamers all in that dark corner of Twitch that they never want to acknowledge. And I'm sure we'll be hearing about how it's not fair that advertisers are not willing to give their revenue to women in bikinis. Even though, you know, some of those people have done it plenty of times in the 90s. It would actually be really funny if, like, say, a company like Bud Light was saying they didn't want to give money to hot tub streamers.
It would be really ironic.
Because, like, how many chicks in bikinis did they pay?
Yeah.
Like, it's a stereotype in The Simpsons. That's why Duffman exists.
Yeah.
You know,
Duffman.
with one woman on each arm.
Oh, that's a test of strength. We'll do this later.
Oh, okay. All right. We don't like tests of strength. Those require effort.
You've seen him.
Yes, you technically have. Once you've seen one test of strength, you've seen them all.
That was probably your favorite things to do.
They are easy shrines. They really are easy shrines, especially if we had like a really complicated puzzle shrine. Then sometimes like I would need a good old test strength just to freshen things up a little bit, as it were. Oh my goodness. But yes, now you all know the plight of the European strip club owner. And I would like for you all to say a quiet prayer in their stead.
Yeah.
Because they have it so bad right now. You guys have no idea. No idea whatsoever. In the arms of the angels.
Oh, dude. I heard this. I heard this news story. Pornhub is going out of their way to preserve like old pornographic films.
What?
Yeah. Like restore them, preserve them in 4K.
So Pornhub is. It's going to be basically they're going to upgrade from Pornhub to Porn Archive.
Pretty
is
much.
what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And Andrea's like, why am I even here? Because they're talking about porn. Yeah, no, that's hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, so for those who did not know that concept, and I actually need to listen at some point. IGN did a really cool thing where they had the voice actors who played Lady Dimitrescu of Resident Evil Village perform famous Resident Evil quotes.
Nice.
So, and I love the image that they have for it, which is basically Barry, but with Lady Dimitrescu's head. So, yeah, I need to hear Barry quotes from the dear lady.
Oh my god.
Oh, and by the way, have you seen her mods?
No.
You have not. Oh, Alex, we need to educate you. There's apparently a big thing on
Blooper
in
Come
the
here.
Resident Evil Village mod community, where they basically insert a fly swatter into your inventory.
Nice.
And then what the game basically is that
Blooper.
there's a point where Lady Dimitrescu tries to hunt you down in the castle. So at that point the goal is to run away from her, except their goal is to take that fly swatter and smack her on the ass as many times as they can.
Wow.
Yeah. It's great. We especially love one video where somebody also inserted Mr. X's head onto Lady Dimitrescu, and so as soon as she turns around, then you get the X go give it to you
Nice.
music. Oh, it was great. You keep those boobs in the holster. And Link was never heard from again.
Well, you wouldn't hear from him anyway. He's
This is true.
silent.
Yeah, he never
This is
speaks.
true, but you would get this unique sound effect of.
Oh, what else can I do?
I didn't think boobs could be a weapon until I was almost suffocated by them. Oh my gosh. Whee! And now Link has been roofied. Oh, okay, I guess not. He could have been roofied.
Yes.
You never know. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you heard this news, Alex, but oh god, DC. So Warner, Oh, actually no, maybe it's not Warner, but it is DC, because I think Discovery Plus just bought them, right? Or Discover did.
I have no idea. Nobody knows.
Discovery did.
Nobody knows what's going on with that.
No,
this whole
really.
merger split that they're doing.
So they've officially announced that one of the upcoming DC movies will be The League of Super Pets.
Nice.
Yes, that actually exists.
That'll make Marta happy.
And they have already cast Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to play Crypto, the super dog.
Because of course they have.
So now he can say that, like his friend Henry Cavill, he has also played a Superman character. Not Superman, a Superman character.
Right.
Because he has played Crypto, the super dog.
Crypto the super dog.
See, now I hear the Cartoon Network song in my head. Like, Crypto, the super dog. Yeah, guys who don't know that, there used to be a Crypto the super dog cartoon on Cartoon Network, which also had Ace the Bat Hound. So if you've ever wanted to hear a dog with Christian Bale Batman voice,
That would be the time.
yes, yeah, that would be it. That would be the time to look into it. Because it came out like around when Christian Bale Batman was hot.
Right.
So there you go, my friends. And why are we upgrading the flame breaker?
We'll need it at some point, so might as well do it while we're here.
Okay.
We're in.
That sounds like a plan to me.
I'll need more fireproof lizards anyway.
And I'm trying to think of any other stories that we can get into. I know a few of these we'll probably get into on the podcast because we do have to do for example, we have to do a follow-up on the Boogie 2988 situation.
Yeah.
Which is
I
that
heard that.
if you guys have not heard, Boogie got arrested. Boogie had an arrest warrant put out.
Yeah, he did actually get arrested.
And he did turn himself in.
Didn't you follow him at one point, or was that...
I did.
No.
Okay, for some reason.
I followed him for a while. But...
Yeah, Alex has followed him. I've always been kind of up in the air. I've watched his videos. But last year he had a bit of an issue where he fired a warning shot at a internet prankster, and basically he fired the gun into the air, which is not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
No, because that bullet's going to come back down.
Yep.
It doesn't just dissolve in the atmosphere, guys. Or it doesn't just magically poof out of existence. And so, yeah, he got charged with aggravated assault. Gotta say, don't really feel bad for him on that. Because he did need some kind of penalty. You don't do that. There's no such thing as firing a warning shot. And I believe in certain countries there is, but it's like firing it into the ground.
That's what the military does.
Yeah.
If they fire a warning shot.
Well, no, I can't remember what country it is, but they actually do have like a warning shot law, but it has to be fired into the ground from the civilian.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And like I said, that's also the case of if you're in the military. If you got to fire a warning shot, you fire it at the ground. You don't fire it into the air.
Nope, you don't. And unfortunately, and partially this is because Boogie does not know any of this stuff. He's mentally ill. He would not qualify for a firearm.
Yeah.
But now I just feel bad for his roommate who did own the firearm, because now he's probably going to lose his ability to have a firearm because Boogie was an idiot. So, thanks, Boogie. Yeah, I don't really feel bad for Boogie here. I don't. Boogie kind of... and especially, I don't know if you heard about this, but now there's like some leaked transcripts of Frank Hassel and Boogie talking together.
Right.
And so now it just... everything that Boogie was doing, it now looks like it was staged.
Oh, wow. That's
so
even
at
worse.
that point, yeah. So not only was he saying horrible things about, like, shooting him and take pleasure in doing it, but now it looks like it was all scripted. So even better. This is why in a lot of cases I've had some arguments with people when I say throw the book at Boogie. Because if it was fake, even he should have known not to fire the damn gun.
If it was fake, then yeah, throw the book at him.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't necessarily feel bad for him there.
Ow! Fucking bees! My God.
Jeez, my God. So yeah, we had that, and then also, you're gonna need to explain this to me, Alex. We might need to talk about this. What is going on with Pokemon cards?
So, Pokemon cards have had like a resurgence in popularity with collectors. So, it's getting to the point that people are going crazy.
Are we talking like older sets or newer sets?
I don't know exactly.
Okay.
Probably old.
Well,
probably
I guess if
sets.
this is involving Walmart and Target, it probably is involving newer sets.
Yeah, probably, and I'm sure older sets too. Just anything that can potentially have value because people are selling them for a lot of money now.
Jiminy Christmas.
So
okay.
It's getting crazy. It's getting to the point that people are getting in fights over these. Like it was like at a Target somewhere. I think it was Target. Could have been Walmart. Somebody did like.
Are we talking fights where like weapons are being pulled
yeah,
out? Or?
I was just getting into that. Like somebody at like a Target somewhere, somebody actually did pull a gun on somebody.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I wish I was.
Over Pokemon cards.
I know, it's nuts.
Okay, it's in the article that you gave me. Let me see if I can find this about the gun, because that would be absolutely ridiculous for. And I'd say that about any cards, okay? Even like, because sports cards were a thing when I was a kid. So like, if you had a really rare basketball card or baseball card, then even I would say that that is not something you pull a gun over. Let's see, rare older cards. Oh my gosh. So the special holographic Charizard can sell upward of $300,000 for that single card. Some cards in the Shining Fate set can sell for hundreds of dollars. Okay, let's see. Secondary interest trees. Where is it saying about the... okay, aggressive Pokemon card collectors hunting for rare cards to resell have caused problems for the retailer, which already set a limit on the number of card packs a customer could buy. They have been camping overnight.
Yeah.
To get them. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so we have guns being pulled. A follow-up article says knives. Knives have been pulled.
Oh, I believe that too.
Okay, yeah, that's effed up. All over trading cards. Like, okay, I get it. I appreciate people's fandom, but if you've hit that point, you've gone too far.
To go into such great lengths for cards.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Don't do that. Don't do that, people. I know that people love their Pokemon cards. I know that they love the Pokemans, but it is never worth pulling a gun on people to get your Pokemans. All right. And this is coming from a guy who does love the Pokemans, but
yeah,
within the restraints of the law. And then also, Alex, you have to explain this to me. Hatsune Miku has been briefly suspended over age restrictions?
Yeah. I guess because Hatsune Miku, the account, or not the account, but just the concept of Hatsune Miku is like less than 13 years old at this point. I think it might just be about a decade.
Well, and that's how old the Vocaloid's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. Well, no, the Vocaloid I think is like a teenager, but like the character, but like the... Right, but like Hatsune Miku itself has like only been around for like maybe 10 years, maybe less. So
okay,
and because you got to be 13 to use most websites like Twitter, it got suspended.
Oh my gosh! So this is more
ow.
This is more Twitter pulling a funny.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I'm okay with it. But I'm just like, if this was a serious thing, I'd be like, everybody's an idiot in this whole situation. Hatsune Miku is not a person, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of Miku fans that are going to get on my case, but she's not. She's a Vocaloid.
Exactly. She's an artificial intelligence.
She is an artificial intelligence. I'm getting really concerned at the amount of artificial intelligence that is now existing in the world.
Really?
Yeah. I'm watching it. I'm actually watching it.
We didn't get to talk about this, but there is officially going to be an artificial intelligence basically bound to William Shatner. William Shatner is getting his own AI. It will act like him.
All right. Can't wait.
Like, that's how weird this is getting, people. You do not know how close to Skynet we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now all the people who watch the Terminator movies are all conspiracy theorists. All right? Now they're the tinfoil hat wearing people. It's not our fault. We listened to the warnings of the Terminator movies.
See, I'm actually watching an anime a little bit that kind of deals with this subject. And the best way I can describe it, it's Hatsune Miku meets Terminator.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually really good, I gotta say.
What's it called?
It's called we just call it Vivi for short. It's got a bit of a long title. It's like
okay.
But yeah, Vivi, and it's really good actually. It's really well animated.
Yeah.
It's really high concept sci-fi. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just okay. That's a thing that's happening now. And then the other thing that I guess we could probably bring it up here because I don't think we're going to cover it on the podcast because I don't like giving Ethan Klein free advertising. And, well, frankly, his lawsuit is not going to be around that long.
You think they'll settle?
No, I think it's a scummy lawsuit.
Yeah, you think
I think the judge is going to throw it out like they did the previous one.
I would say so, probably.
So for those who don't know, But I have no problem calling Ethan Klein on his stupidity. So, Triller is going to be suing H3 Productions over his claim that he pirated the Jake Paul Bill Askren fight. And by the way, bravo, Ethan. Bravo. How many places did you say that you pirated the fight on? How many? Seriously, Homer Simpson needs to go and have a discussion with you. Because, I mean, even when he pirated the cable, he didn't tell anybody about it.
But he did, because he had a big party for the fight.
That's
for the boxing fight or something.
Ethan or Homer?
Homer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did do that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Well, there goes my point. Thanks, Alex. See, I was going for a Homer Simpson is smarter than Ethan Klein, but then you ruined it. Yeah, so I honestly think after looking at some of the documentation, and from what I've heard about the law firm, they are a skeezy-ass law firm. So at that point, it looks to me like they're just looking to get whatever money they can from it.
Yeah.
And basically what they want to be able to do, which I agree with Nick Rekieta and a number of other lawyers that have said this, except for Leonard French. I don't think he's officially said this yet.
Oh.
That if you are one of the parties in there, don't just pay them.
Yeah.
Don't just pay them. Because what they're basically looking to do is put you on some kind of goddamn list for doing something that, yes, it's morally gray, but they're basically trying to put you in hot water by your own volition. Don't do that. And that's all I'm going to say on Ethan Klein. Because fuck Ethan Klein. No, I'm so sick of Ethan Klein now. I'm so sick of him and Keemstar. Every time I see a new video, I'm just like, nope! I don't want to know anything about it because they've been going for, what, almost a year now?
What?
Keemstar and Ethan.
They have a beef or something?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know about that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, they've had a beef for, like, a year, and part of it has just been, like, Ethan has conducted his own personal crusade against trying to get Keemstar deplatformed.
Oh.
And he's done it in the most skeeziest ways possible. In fact, I was tempted to bring it up because he was one of the arguments that Ethan was making was that Keemstar basically made Etika commit suicide.
Right.
And there's no evidence to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
There's none whatsoever. It's gone as far as Etika's mom and Etika's girlfriend have said that Keemstar didn't do that. And to me, it's just a skeezy thing to bring up the dead in that way.
Yeah.
And then he also did his whole content nuke Keemstar thing. You know, what we basically learned from all of this, and at least I will give some credit to Keemstar. Keemstar knew when to stop and just stopped harassing or antagonizing. Ethan cannot drop it. He cannot fucking drop it to save his life.
Watch for falling rocks.
And I guess it got even worse because now he's doing a new podcast with, I can't remember, I think it's Trisha Paytas, who also has a beef with Keemstar. And so it's basically just a we knocked Keemstar for 2 hours podcast.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'd send you videos on it, Alex, but I don't know if you want to go through 2 hours worth of drama.
I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't give a shit about what their beef is.
Well, the problem is that they all the aspect of their Keemstar is going to be Keemstar. You can't stop him from doing that. But what Ethan's trying to do, and looks absolutely stupid doing it, he's like, I'm trying to better the community. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're trying to make it better for you. And unfortunately, again, I got to give credit to Keem. Keem has been able to show some legit evidence on Ethan having something going on with Susan Wojcicki. So it's kind of hard to side with Ethan with that kind of information, especially since how many people really like Susan right now?
Not many.
Not many. Not many. So it's really hard to make that claim anymore. And yeah, basically the joke that now gets made about Ethan is like he's basically Susan Wajiki's bitch. Which he might as well be. Not gonna lie there, he probably is. But yeah, it's a ridiculous bit of drama. And I know a lot of it, and only because somebody wanted us to talk about it on the podcast, and I'm like, nope. This is like 10 kinds of nope. Like we've covered H3 before, and I don't know if I ever want to again. Just given what's happened with him. Oh, are we on the? I was trying to figure out where we were. We're on the what do they call it? The Thunder Road or whatever.
We're just
to go to Zora's domain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what they call it. It's like a Thunder Gauntlet or something like that.
I don't remember that one.
I don't know. Oh, and fans of the Time Splitters franchise can celebrate now, because the original creators formed their own studio and are going to be making a new Time Splitters game. So they're gonna license it themselves and publish it themselves, and I couldn't be happier. I'm not a big fan of Time Splitters, but I'm glad that they're doing it, because that's an awesome thing to be able to bring back a franchise that people want. Oh, and I guess we should probably mention this because, you know, you've got the anime fans with you, Alex, but rest in peace, Kentaro Miura.
Yeah.
The creator of Berserk. And from what I understand, he wasn't finished with his new manga on Berserk, was he?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, so that makes me wonder what's going to happen with that. Are they gonna finish it?
I don't know.
Or are they going to leave it unfinished? I would hate to see it not get finished. I mean, like, you have people who are invested in that.
Well, you hate it when they start something and don't finish it.
Well, it was abrupt. What was it, a heart attack?
Not quite. It was heart related. It was like an aortic something.
Oh yeah,
dissection.
a ruptured aorta.
Right.
Is what he died from. So yeah, it was it was totally unplanned. And he was in the middle of doing the new Berserk, and he wasn't able to finish. I kind of hope they find somebody to finish it. Maybe somebody that Miura would trust to be able to do it, but that's up to them.
It's a lot of these high profile manga have assistants, so
yeah. So at that point, but I mean, it depends on what we're calling assistant. Like, is he able to continue Berserk?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I guess we'd have to find out, like, how equipped is the assistant to actually take on the project. I don't know. And also, would Miura want him to do it? Or would he have had somebody in mind? The reason I ask this is, like, Robert Jordan, the guy who wrote The Wheel of Time, before he died, he didn't really have anybody in mind who could finish the last 3 books.
Right.
But his wife found a guy who pretty much could write like Robert did. And that guy got to finish The Wheel of Time.
Oh, that's good.
So, like, you still got that resolution. I know some people don't really like what that resolution was, but you at least got that solution, right? Like, you got the end of that. We're all being quiet because we're looking at the scenery. Actually, no. Well, that's what I'm doing because we're coming up on Zora's Domain, and this is one of the coolest Zora's Domains that has ever been in a game.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Uh-huh. And also very, I don't know if people notice it, it's very Asian. Very, very Japanese. Mm-hmm. So I very much like it.
Well, yeah, a lot of this game is. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the art style is meant to reflect like Japan's Heian period. Heian, I think that's how you pronounce it. Heian period, which is like, I don't know, like the 1400s or maybe earlier. I can't remember.
It's
Zora's domain.
pre-feud, like, feuding states era.
Yeah.
So at that point, like, you still have wondrous architecture and all that, but I especially love Zora's domain because it goes especially into the mythos of the Zora as well as, like, bringing in Japanese kind of markings and buildings to be able to personify that.
Man, I wish we could find some help.
Which has always felt right to me because, like, Zora's always have felt like the Japanese mermaid kind of thing, the way that it's been made. So I'm very happy that they did that. Also, because I have to get these out of the way, Alex, what the hell is WWE doing with Crunchyroll?
They're making a wrestling anime.
Is it officially a wrestling anime?
I don't know, but that's
Oh
what
God.
that's what signs are pointing to. Oh God, this one.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh God, too, not just to WWE making it wrestling anime.
Oh, okay. Thought this one.
I mean that's still that too. And I've got a legit question to ask Crunchyroll. Are you ready to kiss Vince's boot? Because I don't think he's gonna let you do shit unless you're willing to kiss his boot. Because that's how Vince McMahon rolls, bitch. I know I'm cursing, Andrea, but that's what Vince would do.
I want it. Here. Let's see, what can I get rid of? Well, we'll get rid of... Oh, that's useful. We'll get rid of this. It's already almost broken anyway. Bam! Kick that chest open.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
I'm only being quiet to give Alex the concentration he needs for this one.
Don't die!
This is the son of a
man.
this is
Damn.
the son of a bitch shrine. Son of a bitch!
There is kind of a... Let's see. Let's see. Oh, don't use nice arrows.
Your bow broke.
Ch-
How dare you, Alex?
It just broke.
I needed to hit it.
All that effort for
Yeah.
that.
I need to hit it a few more times.
Link, I think you need to work out a little bit there, buddy. There we go.
No, that's not gonna work. I've done it before, where I've just knocked it off with stasis, but I might need to throw a bomb up there. There we go.
Yeah, it's either that or you could Cryonis it off.
Oh. Damn it!
When I come in and edit this, I'm just gonna put a what you say as the bomb goes off.
Oh shit. Well, we'll see where it goes. I know it...
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not horrible.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Now it kind of is.
No.
Actually, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We're good. We're good. We're good. No. too far.
That's not gonna work.
Wait. Come on. Oh.
Grab it!
Oh
Hey,
my gosh!
I can still salvage this.
You explode the shit out of that.
Oh, I think it's gonna go down. Stand up, Link. Yeah.
No!
Okay.
Oh my god!
All right.
That would have been so great if we saved it.
Can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, that would have been great. If all of a sudden we got it in there and it was like nothing but that. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, that would have been hilarious. So this also might make the podcast, but I just want to get your initial kind of feel for this, Alex, as well as Andrea. In case people don't remember, Microsoft purchased Bethesda.
Right.
Okay. And somehow, the internet collectively has forgotten that Microsoft purchased Bethesda. And so, when they announced that Microsoft and Bethesda were going to be doing a joint press conference at E3 this year, everybody went, why are they doing that? So, Alex, would you like to tell the lovely people why they're doing that?
Because they own...
Because they bought Bethesda!
That's right.
Dumbass! They don't... Bethesda be owned. They don't get their own conference anymore. Numbnuts! God! It's been so frustrating to read some of the commentaries like, why? Why Bethesda? Why would you do this with Microsoft of all people? Because they're owned by them, dumbass! They don't get a say anymore.
Hit it or something.
He's in cooldown.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
damn. I can...
You are so lucky that stopped. Just.
That's probably good.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Woo! Okay, better than nothing. At this point. Okay. It really makes me wish you could push it.
Yeah,
Or
really.
pick it up and
Well, that would be
I can-
good too, but you know, I can get why Link can't do that. You know, he's got very scrawny arms.
too bad you can't just swing your
Sorry,
sword.
has to be said. Also, the other thing in regards to that, so it's been officially
that's possible.
confirmed that Starfield, the sci-fi equivalent to the Elder Scrolls, is going to become an
That's good.
exclusive to Xbox and to PC.
Okay. I mean, what did you expect?
Again, this is the internet's reaction. Why would it be exclusive?
Because Microsoft...
Because they own them!
Yeah.
It's like we discussed this months ago, that there was probably a good chance that a lot of Bethesda properties were going to become exclusive to Xbox
Yep.
and to PC because of the Windows Store. Okay, I get that. Why did everybody forget?
I don't know.
It was such big news 6 months ago! Oh my gosh, Microsoft and Bethesda are teaming up, and this is going to be so great. Now everybody's like, why are you doing this? Because
Why are
they
you changing your mind the last minute?
own them.
Yeah. What did you expect was gonna happen?
Because Phil Spencer went up to Todd Howard and said, shut up, bitch, we own you. I know that hurts your feelings, but that's what he did. And then Todd was like, but wait, I have this
Right
grandiose vision. And Phil's like, no. We own you. That's all you need to know. We own you.
We own you. What's up? Lady Mifa, watch this. I, second, aptly named the Divine Sergeant, shall strike down Divine Visvaruta. What you doing?
It's like that one video of the drunk guy in the ambulance keeps hitting his head against a table.
Ow.
He's like, my eye, and then he like starts to fall asleep, and then he hits his head on the table again. My eye.
My eye.
Mm-hmm. We've seen this because of the try
Yeah.
not to laugh challenge. Okay, here is what is it? The Emperor?
I thought he was the king, but
The Zora King is not
Yeah,
accepting
he's a
visitors
king.
at this time. I shall escort you out. Pardon my manners, but are you a Hylian?
Didn't we meet him? Did we meet Sidon?
Sidon. Yeah, we did.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? Please, please, come in.
Or maybe we didn't. Maybe I skipped it.
Yeah, I think you may have skipped it.
Okay. that makes sense, because otherwise he would have, like, been like, Link, you're almost there!
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He would have been following us.
Ah, you are Hylian, are you not? I am King Dorifan, ruler of the Zora. You did well to come all the way here. That object upon your waist, is that not a Sheikah slate? I'm sorry, is that not a Nintendo Switch? Now that I have gotten a good look at you, it is all too clear who you are. You're my fucking nanny! Get back over here and you owe me $20! You are the Hylian champion Link. Do not tell me you have forgotten me.
I totally forgot you.
I cannot believe it. The Hylian champion Link has appeared before us. We have met numerous times, I'll have you know. Now we must behead you for forgetting me. So many memories. My mind is overflowing with nostalgia, my friend.
All I'm thinking about is that I forgot my underwear today.
I had heard a terrible rumor that you had fallen in combat, but it appears you managed to survive. Extraordinary.
I've been sleeping. I've been sleeping this whole time.
I've lost my memory.
I've been sleeping and having.
Come again? You say you have lost your memory? What do you think this is? A frickin' soap opera? But surely you must remember my precious daughter Mifa, yes? You do you not?
For who?
Mufa who? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, cannot believe it. Have you truly forgotten my dear Mifa as well? You and Mifa were so close, yet you do not remember her. Young hero, please look upon the beauty of Zora's domain. Do you see that statue? Does gazing upon Mifa's immortalized form still not jog your memory?
She's got a big spear.
Well, perhaps your memory will return in time. I dearly hope so.
Father, I do not believe discussing my sister is helping matters at the moment. Link seems confused.
Oh, yes, of course. Link, I doubt not that you have endured a great many trials. Still, I must ask you to hear my plea. Now then, hero, I must inform you that Zora's domain is in danger of vanishing because of divine beast Varuta. I shall do the courtesy of speaking bluntly. We alone cannot stop this beast. Will you lend us your strength?
What? King Dorifan, my liege, please do not speak so. To ask a Hylian for help, why, the very thought of it curls my fins.
Muzu, I expected more of you. How can you still protest?
Muzu, how dare you speak so rudely to your king and his guest? This Hylian has come to us in our most dire hour of need. That our paths have crossed is certainly the work of fate. He is the key to saving Zora's domain. I have no doubt in my mind.
Indeed, Link is a champion through and through. And Drak is a voice hog. As things now stand, Zora's domain... Nay, perhaps all of Hyrule is doomed to be swallowed by the sea. And then we've got the Wind Waker bullshit all over again. And then we have to get the King of Red Lions. It's a big mess. This is bigger than all of us, my friend. Zora and Hylians alike must put aside our differences and band together.
For some reason, the princess pretends to be a pirate.
I forgot about that part. Yes, the princess pretends to be a pirate.
Have you forgotten already, my king? We cannot trust these lowly Hylians.
No, the princess has been.
100 years ago, they abused the power of an ancient civilization and turned Hyrule into what it is today.
I think you mean the princess has been brainwashed into pretending to be a pirate.
No, she literally forgot.
And that's not the least of it. Have I even told you how much I don't like their noises?
Well, because he's supposed to be an old racist.
Yeah.
It is their fault that Lady Mifa was lost to us.
Link.
Link, sorry. Divine Beast Varuta has great power. It has the unique ability to create an endless supply of water. Sorry, I had to go and find my puberty for a second. Of late, it has been mercilessly sprouting water into the air. As a result, this area has been plagued by heavy rains. Yes, we hate that game just as much as everybody else does. For us, Zora, water and air as one. and era as one, so you would not think this would be quite so critical of a problem. Sadly, the rains have filled the eastern reservoir near to the point of flooding. If the reservoir bursts, as it soon will, I fear immense damage will befall not only Zora's domain, but also the area downstream from us. There, Hylian lives are in very grave danger. The divine beast is crying out once again. And I sound a lot like Yami. Yugi!
If we're going to defeat Pegasus, we need to switch places.
We'll use the mind shuffle.
You can't read my mind, Pegasus, because I do not know what card has been placed.
I am a total airhead. I think that's how Little Kuribo played it. So this was my first Divine Beast, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was mine too.
It's such a cool look. It's such a cool way to introduce the Divine Beasts.
I thought you got the Ruto one first.
This is
No,
Ruta.
my first run I got Ruta, and then when you and I did it, we did Rivali's. Your Princess Zelda often studied the Divine Beasts, that is, in the time before the Great Calamity. According to her research, the orbs located on Ruta's shoulders are mechanisms that control the water it generates. However, they require electricity to work. These orbs are clearly out of control now because there is no electricity coursing through to stop them. Sigyn, who was quite shock resistant for Zora, hit one with a shock arrow. Sure enough, it slowed the water a bit. Unfortunately, as an aquatic race, we Zora are terribly vulnerable to the power of electricity. Perhaps we could not safely strike it with enough electricity at once. The water soon returned to its full force. That is why, marvelous, I went in search of a Hylian who could help us. I have a GIF on my phone that's like he does that pose. And it's like marvelous.
Nice.
We need you to use shock arrows, then get those orbs working properly again. I will aid you in any way I can, of course. Please, hero, I beg you, help me stop Ruta's rampage of destruction. What? Princess Zelda herself instructed you to board the Divine Beast and appease it from within? So then, Princess Zelda is still alive?
Yes, at Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, she's a voice in my head. I do not believe it. She was alive this whole time, just as you were. Yeah, she's a voice in my head.
What, is Zelda hearing voices now? Crazy bitch.
The event of 100 years ago cannot be altered, it is true. Oh, go get a DeLorean. It can be altered very easily. But if we can regain control of Divine Beasts, they may yet prove useful in sealing Calamity Ganon once and for all. Oh, I did not know you had such grand ambitions, Link. You must be a Slytherin. Marvelous. Now, naturally, I shall help too. Sorry, anytime he says anything else, I have to say marvelous. Once it has stopped rampaging, you can easily climb inside it. Come, Link, let us appease Ruta together.
I'm in. Let's do this.
Thank you, Link. Truly, we are in your debt. Our goal is the same. That means our meeting was nothing short of destiny. Now then, allow me to offer you this gift as a show of faith. Zora armor. So this is how we can do that now. So long as you wear this, you can ascend waterfalls just like a Zora. Please take good care of it.
King Dorephan! Surely you do not really intend to give this outsider the Zora armor! Countless generations of Zora princesses have gifted their armor to the one they have sworn to marry! Princess Mipha made that one there with her own hands! It is far too important to entrust to a shady Hylian!
Sorry, but I keep getting...
He may be a champion, but Mipha had no such relationship with him, so why should he receive such an honor?
Have you seen the fan art?
This is just too much, my liege. I do not understand in one bit. I must go back to 4chan.
That Muzu is not easily swayed once his mind is set. You must understand, he was in charge of educating my dear daughter Mipha. Naturally, she means a lot to him, just as she means the world to us. See, he's kind of weird like that. Ever since we lost her to the Calamity, he has grown to despise Hylians. I hope you can forgive his rudeness. No. What shall we do now? I tasked Muzu with finding the shock arrows we will need to appease Varuta. But now he has rushed off in a huff. Link, do not let his words concern you. I will work this out with Muzu. I shall return shortly. Are you going to go and get the memory?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Sidon, I suppose that means you are going to tell him. Link, Muzu is most likely at the square down below. Would you mind going down there? I would like you to try to speak with him. Sidon was looking for a Hylian to bring to Zora's domain. And now you have come, as if led by something. Yeah, the voice in my head! I love it that we've played Link not only as a dunderhead and an airhead, but also as a psychotic person. I guess next he's going to be the calm, hapless murderer. Oh, you! Hi! I'm the one Sidon left at the top of the tower. The name's Groove. Because I got the groove, baby. In the end, I wasn't able to join up with Prince Sidon. Instead, I woke up... Oh, do you want to know what you did? You didn't talk to him again.
Oh, okay.
And he's supposed to start it up.
Deeply moved?
It's my observation that a person's true colors shine the brightest when they dive freely into the waves. Congratulations on the new Zora armor. It is most impressive indeed. Wearing the Zora armor, even a Hylian like you can climb up a waterfall and get back up here in no time at all. That said, if you don't mind me asking, would you please show me your true colors as you dive into the water? Are they pink? You could dive headfirst from here into the water below.
Are they hot pink?
Well, it depends.
Let's see. Yeah, let's put on the...
Diving beauty.
Woo! Ow.
And he died. Blinding brightness. Radiant beauty. Such an ass. Okay, now climb the waterfall. Come on, that was what he was looking at. We all know it. This is basically your tutorial for it. Yay!
Fantastic.
Now I can see that ass more clearly. My soul is on fire. It's pulsating with beauty. Okay, you gotta stop now. You gotta stop, buddy.
Now if you're only wearing a skirt.
Oh, jeez. And it was Andrea that did it this time, Alex. Oh, my gosh. Penis joke. All right, I'm good now. I'm so happy we did this. Yes, we just barely met him. But yeah, we totally know him. Oh no, you love Prince Sidon, don't you? Yes. I don't even know what we're hmming about, but we are. Sidon boy.
Sidon boy.
I still prefer Sidon, because it's like Poseidon.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Let's see.
But it would make more sense if the dad had like a Poseidon kind of thing as well, but he kind of doesn't. Because Dorofan is not really that.
These are guards.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around.
Alright.
To the statue. Also, prettiest Zora music, Zora's domain music they've ever done.
Yeah, I love it.
Like if you can get this track on YouTube, you should listen to it. I've got it on a number of mixes that are like relaxing music to listen to while you're studying.
Yeah.
And it's very helpful. Yeah.
Also.
Not that way.
Also want to find the one that gives you the Lionel Safari quest.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember who it is.
Might be this one.
That's this. Whoa!
Oh, you know.
Do you want to know what that Zora Knight is missing, Alex?
What?
Do you want to know why we can't take her seriously? Because she doesn't have abs.
Abs. Well, she's.
I found a way, people. It's like, what? How are you gonna do the abs joke if you're not dealing with the, what are they called? The Gerudo. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. It will happen.
Ah, here she is.
Oh, I thought that was the same girl that has a crush on Zidane.
Oh. I guess I can't activate the quest anyway till I start the memory chain and all that.
Probably.
Where is he? Where is Sidon?
It's to the left.
This left?
Yeah, so go down the stairs next to Segan. And then it's that square to the right, just as soon as you finish the stairs. Yeah. Because it's right in the center of Zora's domain.
Are you serious? It's not a square, it's a circle.
You get what I mean, a public square.
I know, I'm just saying.
Public circle, fine.
You came all the way here, but it was in vain. I have no desire to speak with you. I will not get your Hylian cooties all over me.
Listen well, Busu. There is something you must know. He who stands here, the man called Link, is the one whom my sister Mifa had feelings for. I was only a child then, so I did not know it myself at the time, but it is so. I grew up hearing my father tell stories, some of which were about my sister's undying love for a Hylian named Link.
What? No. She's supposed to love me, even though I'm 20 years older than her. You cannot fool me with such fanciful lies. Not this, Zora. How could Lady Mifa possibly have feelings for a Hylian like him? The facts are clear. He remembers nothing, even when he looks upon Princess Mifa's statue.
And it is the truth, Wuzu. Though you never knew it, he was ever in Mifa's heart. What's going on? What?
What? I am mesmerized.
I forgot I like boobies!
Once upon a midnight dreary.
I was thinking. This reminds me of the time we first met. You were just a reckless child. Always getting yourself hurt at every turn. Every time, I would heal you, just as I'm doing right now. I thought it was funny how, being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did. I was always willing to heal your wounds, even back then.
I can't make fun of her. I can't do it.
I know, she's so sweet.
But the fan fiction has not
So
stopped
if this
that.
Calamity Ganon does in fact return, what can we really do? We just don't seem to know much about what we'll be up against. But know this, that no matter how difficult this battle might get, if anyone ever tries to do you harm, then I will heal you. No matter when or how bad the wound, I hope you know that I will always protect you. Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young. You know. Perhaps we could spend some time together.
Link is the
Fanfic community, stop! Right now! Oh my gosh, boobies are great. What is the matter, Link? Are you unwell?
You are quivering like a hatchling. Whatever is the matter?
Mifa, I remember.
What? Do not mistake me for a fool, Hylian. There's no way you remember her just now. It is most convenient when it is most convenient.
Well, that's kind of how that works.
In any case, without any solid proof, I cannot possibly take you at your word. If you have any such proof, now's the time to show it. Do so, and I shall tell you how to get those shock arrows. Yes, as well as anything else you wish to know.
Have you truly not figured it out yet? Simply take a closer look at what Link is wearing.
You really think changing your clothes is going to make me... Oh, God.
Oh no, he's hot.
It's the sort of armor from before! And it fits you so well! And yet it fits you perfectly! Oh, God! What is the meaning of this?
Now you understand, do you not? Now you know who her heart belonged to, and who she made this special armor for. The fact that this armor fits Link perfectly should be proof enough that Mipha made it for him and him alone. You've always disliked Hylians, even before the Great Calamity. That is why Mipha never told you. Now that you know, you must promise to help him save us all, Muzu. Please, tell us where we can find the shock arrows we need. Knowing you, I bet you have already figured it out.
I never would have imagined she would have made that special armor for one such as he. I mean, I was a tier 3 sub! I knew she was meant for me, even when I gave her all of my money!
You're too old for her.
I do not approve of asking for help from a Hylian, but I suppose it is our only option at this point. I am a proud Zora. That means I must take responsibility for my unwarranted behavior towards you. As promised, I shall tell you where you can collect as many shock arrows as you need. That tall mountain over yonder, it's called Ploymus Mountain, and where you will also find Shatterback Point. A terrifying creature has made its home up there. That awful beast shoots volley after volley of shock arrows. Even a single one could be fatal to a Zora. Aha! You must mean that Lionel. He is a man-beast, that one. That beast does indeed wield shock arrows. That is certainly one way to collect them quickly. He is vicious, to be sure, but I am certain Link will rise to the challenge. He'll rise in more ways than one. A deedle-deedle-dee. In order to appease the divine beast, I estimate you will need at least 20 shock arrows. Do you think you can gather that many?
No sweat. I'll just go to Gerudo Town.
I was going to say, you probably already have them. Well, what do you have yet? Seems you already have some shock arrows. Still, if you need more, you can always go back to Ploymus Mountain to restock. Link, I will be waiting for you at East Reservoir Lake, right by the divine beast. When you're ready, come join me here.
Come again? I bought it.
Wonderful! Marvelous! Together we shall stop that divine beast's onslaught.
Gonna have to downgrade to tier 1 sub now.
Dang it.
I always thought it was really creepy that Muzu had a thing for Ruta, just because he was her tutor.
I don't think he has a thing for her. I think he just, loves her like a daughter or something.
Maybe, but still... Still can't do it. Still can't do it. Oh, crap, and we are almost out of time, Alex.
Okay.
Shall we at least try to unlock Ruta, or...
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Yeah, let's at least do that, and then we can swap over to .hack Volume 2. Because, yes, we have that stream also going today, everybody. So you guys can join us in a little bit as we take on more of .hack Volume 2. Are we closer to finishing that?
We're getting there. We got a little ways to go, but we are getting...
I just wasn't sure where we were at with it, honestly. Since I'm coming in brand spanking new, I don't know how long it goes. I'm trusting Alex to not give me like a 70+ hour game.
Don't worry, it's not that long.
No, we're playing the 70+ hour game.
Okay. It's not Xenoblade or
Yeah, remind me of a game I haven't played yet. I actually get crap for that, by the way. Like, you still haven't played Xenoblade yet? I haven't had time, guys. I literally haven't had time.
I'm both surprised, but not surprised because it is so freaking. It is a really long RPG.
That's not surprising to me. I mean, even the Xenosaga games are like 50.
No,
so they're just a commitment. They're just a time commitment.
I think each Xenosaga is only about 30 hours.
Not if you want all the good shit. Not if you want to be a wrecking ball at the end, my friend.
Okay. Good to know.
I know how that shit goes. And especially with episode 3, if you want to get like all the cutscenes. Because, yeah, that's going to be one thing when we eventually do Xenosaga, which I'm still wondering how we're going to do that. Because I would really not like to not have to do that on PS2.
Has it always rained in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always rains.
It's because of Ruta.
Yeah.
And even then, I think it still rains after Ruta.
Well, it'll rain, but like periodically.
Yeah.
There will be times of like
There will be
sunshine.
clear skies again.
Yeah.
And the weatherman will be fired because he can't just instantly predict rain. But yeah, no, the issue that I have is I would really love for a collection to be made, but I just don't know if it's going to happen, honestly. Yeah. I really don't. And episode 3 is huge because of the fact that it's basically 3 episodes condensed down to 1 game.
Right.
So, like, 3 to 4 major plot lines, all condensed into 1 game. It is redonkulous how long that game can tend to be, especially if you want to get everything, which I would prefer because, you know, like, there's a lot of questions that people might want answered by the end of that, and the only way you can get those answers is if you do everything. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. I would really love it if a Xenosaga collection would come out at some point, but I've kind of gotten used to the idea it's probably not going to happen. And we'll have to use the PS2 versions that I have, and hopefully my PS2 does not die in the middle of it. Rest in peace, my PS2.
We always got my PS2.
Either that, or some people have been telling me that you can find working PS2 emulators now.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, I actually have one.
If we can make that work, that would probably be better too, just so that I don't wreck those discs. But
yeah,
we'll have to see.
Yeah, I actually do have a PS2 emulator. You gotta find your own BIOS, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be able to get it to work for the Raspberry Pi that I have.
Right.
But we're a ways off from figuring that out because the other one that I also get asked about is Onimusha. Whether or not we're going to do more Onimusha, and I think the consensus is still yes, right?
Sure.
Like, you're interested in
it.
But we just gotta... It's on PS2. That's another collection I really wish would happen. Is a PS2, or a PS4 or PS5 collection of Onimusha. But no. Capcom still refuses to give us that. Damn it, Capcom. Why don't you love us, Capcom?
That is a good question.
That is a very good question, in fact.
Can I make it?
There you go. Oh, no, you were there. And bam! And then he looks like he's from the movie Waterworld. That weird scene where they try to make Kevin Costner look like he swims like a fish.
Woo!
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, are we taking on the Lionel?
Well, I'm not actually going to take it on, but I want to get the picture of him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not good with the Lionels.
Well, nobody is. I mean, if you're equipped properly, then yes, we're all good with the Lionels, but...
Lionel!
Yeah. Oh, what's really funny right now is while we're talking about Xenosaga, guess what's playing in the background music?
Xenosaga?
Xenosaga episode 2. So there you go, guys.
Is it the game music or cutscene music?
Yeah, I just have some relaxing music. on in the background for people while we sit back and play this wonderful game.
I'm surprised you didn't put like on some Zelda music or something.
No, I just put on a relaxing mix. You can get like specific Zelda mixes, but they like an hour long. So I kind of wanted something a little bit more in depth. Since we're going to be streaming for quite a while today. And that's a thing. It is so unfair how good you are with that bow. And I'm such a horrible shot in FPSs. And then people give me crap, just like, no, you're not a bad shot. It's like, guys, I'm getting lucky. I'm getting lucky with my headshots. It's not. It's a fluke. Don't expect this. Whee! Yeah, I think we'll have just enough time to unlock Ruta, and then we'll be good, and we can move on to Dot Hack and continue that story for however long we have left.
Excellent.
What was that?
Excellent.
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 Indeed.
Shatterback Point.
Enter at your own risk. There really should be a warning about Zoras not going up there.
Yeah.
Because they could die instantly. Ah! I'm getting tugged on. Why are you tugging on me, Andrea? Don't do that! Okay.
Probably should change just because he'll shoot stuff at me.
That and I don't see him. So that means he's probably going to sneak up on you.
It's like, surprise, motherfucker.
Hey, you should dress in your
The Thunderhelm.
Gerudo outfit.
Yeah.
No!
Hello, Mr. Lionel!
Link does not need his bra for this.
Where is he?
Okay? There we go.
Wait, where is he?
He's over there.
Oh, okay.
I saw him. Yeah.
How many arrows? I have
You can see
31.
him off in the distance.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Why are you taking a picture of him?
For the quest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There is a quest for that, isn't there?
And that's and I'm pretty sure that's how you get the Zora trousers.
Hurry, take a picture.
Say cheese.
Replace the picture.
I had one.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
I wonder.
Alex! Have you thought this out?
Not really.
Oh, shit!
Can you kill him?
Not really.
No, Lionels are pain in the ass to kill. They are killable, but
Yeah.
they're a pain in the ass to do it. Which, for the record, I still love that
run
they
away.
I'm trying, but I gotta find
Onuma
where we're gonna
did that.
go.
They took an old
Fly
enemy
away.
from Legend of Zelda and made them virtually unkillable. I love it. Lionels are the dragons of the Zelda universe. You can't kill them. They will kill you before you kill them. Love it. They're the alpha predator.
Ah,
Yeah, we're gonna be flying a while.
fly
be the
like an
wonderful time.
eagle.
To the sea. This would be one of those wonderful times for me to put on some Jeopardy music. No, turn left. Turn
Oh.
left, because that's where Ruta is.
Oh yeah, okay. I knew it was
Yay!
new one.
Now, I want you to rig it, Alex, so that you land right on Sidon
Okay.
as soon as he comes down, because that's totally the anime way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Just land on him.
So
Oh!
Stupid wind.
yeah, the wind keeps
Hi,
knocking me.
I'm on your shoulders.
Boosh.
Boof. Ow! Link, what were you doing? Sorry, can't
Someone
fly.
compromising my security
Glad
about
to
us
see
like
you're ready
this.
to go, Link. Marvelous! I love that pose. Are you ready for this? Do you have your Zora armor and enough shock arrows?
I forgot my arm.
Not yet.
Not yet! That is not a good sign, my friend. You dick! You dicked out Sidon! Sidon, whatever you want to call him!
This probably is a good place to stop, though.
Oh, you want to go ahead and stop here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this wonderful new journey through the land of Hyrule. When we come back, we will come back with Haseo, as he continues to find all of the troubles within the world in Dot Hack GU Volume 2 Reminisce.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker 2. We'll see you guys then. Say bye, Andrea.
Bye-bye.
Why'd you have to say it so seductively?
Well, you told me to say bye-bye.
And you did. You said it very seductively. I think there's something wrong with here, Alex.
Do 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 do.